2022, anti-Hindu disinformation has been at an all-time high on 4chan, on Gab, where several mass shooters have actually posted their messaging, and Telegram, where white supremacist communities have often been messaging and organizing together. So this came as an immediate concern because the safety and security of the Hindu community and all communities truly do matter. And repeatedly, we've seen spillover effects into the real world.
So, Bharat, would you? Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was going to say I was also missed out like the natural language processing side of things. So when we
Yes.
came across this certain like ethnic slur, we also performed natural language processing techniques using word2vec and also graph analyses to better understand how terms like relate to one another. And so when we took a look at this anti-Hindu slur and performed our graph analyses, we were actually able to see the dimensionality of anti-Hindu hatred. And several of the clusters that we found actually share a lot of similarities between anti-Asian hate, anti-Semitism, and also Islamophobia. So we see how these extremist communities basically borrow off hateful tropes from several other communities and direct them towards the Hindu community. This anti-Hindu slur of Pajit, which is used in context of 4chan, and also certain Islamist communities have been picking up on that on Twitter, where, that, for example, that meme of, calling to repeat what happened to George Floyd and saying, we're going to do this to the Hindus, and using these very fringe Pepe the Frog memes, that's actually borrowed straight from the white supremacists. So these two communities are borrowing hateful tropes from each other. And there's actually this paper called, I think, The Accelerationist Movement, the link between white supremacists and Salafi jihadists. It's a paper published few months ago from King's College London, which I find very interesting. It definitely did talk in more depth about how these two different groups, the far right, like neo-fascists, and the Islamists, basically borrow off several tropes from each other.